Hello and welcome to another episode of Moose's Gear Goo Review. And today I'm excited because I finally have carried this knife long enough to be able to review it. And that is the Civivi Odium. Oh yeah, looky. Such a sweet blade. Alright guys, so this is the Civivi Odium. Super cool offerings from Civivi in partnership with Ferrum Forge Knife Works. That this knife is based off of the ever so popular and epically awesome Ferrum Forge Mini Archbishop and Archbishop. You can definitely see where they get the design and whatnot. So there you go. Both of these are obviously made by the Wee Knife Company. Um, so, yeah, I've gotten to carry it now for a while. This definitely blew up the knife community YouTube spot when it came out, and I did a couple videos on it already. But here's my full review of the knife. So let's get into it. And spoiler alert, I adore this knife. This knife is fantastic. Go get one. Just go buy one. There you go. I said it. Alright, so the overall length on this knife is 6.19 inches. The blade length is 2.65 inches. The cutting edge is 2.25 inches. And the blade width is 1 inch width. The blade thickness is 0.12 inches thick. The handle length is just over 3.5 inches. The handle width is 1.125 inches in width, and the handle thickness is 0.43 inches. The overall weight is 2.5 ounces, which is so sweet, perfect weight. Yeah, and the blade steel is D2. So, like I said, I got this knife. I'm not the biggest Civivi fanboy. You guys all know that already, but I have been impressed with some of their models that I've been able to find lately, and this is no exception. This thing is awesome. I will say, first off, this knife does come in multiple colors, offered right from the get-go. They have like a natural G10, a black, a orange, blue, gray, and I think that's it. And then this one is the black G10 with the black stonewash. And I think all the other ones are stonewash as well, but this is the only one with black stonewash. So I got the all blacked out one, which I am digging. I completely love this all blacked out look. And I was pretty intrigued with the stonewash because it's a very, very like thick black wash or whatever. So pretty sweet. So right off the bat, going into the blade, we have this sweet slight drop point, high saber grind, plain edge blade. There's not a hollow grind, so it's nice flats there. You have this nice big finger choil to bite up on, and then you have this large thumb hole cutout for deployment and whatnot. Now the spine of the blade is slightly chamfered up top here, so there's no 90-degree edge there, and it does come down to a fairly decently precise tip there. And then on the reverse side, you have the Ferrum Forge design logo, and then you have D2 ever so slightly right by the flipper there. There is some jimping on top of the spine, and you also have a slight bit of jimping on the flipper tab. Sits pretty nice. You can flip it. You can use your thumb, which I find it's a little bit difficult using my thumb personally. Maybe it's just my paws. But then you can... oh, come on. Oh, come on. There we go. You can easily spider flick it, as they say. Of course, whenever it comes time to do it, I can never do it on command. That's what? I don't know. All right. So there you have it as far as the knife. The deployment's on ball bearings that I've learned since now. And it gives it a very smooth action. Drop shutty for sure. Love it. Just super nice. Now going into the handle, which is easily my favorite part of this knife. You have the Civivi logo, which is on all their knives, but it's a bit changed from the Ferrum Forge original design. I do have to say I do like that better on the Ferrum Forge, but this is Civivi, so it is what it is. It has a very shallow, like, letterbox or shadow box design with the frame of the knife ever so gently sticking out, or the liners are ever so gently sticking out, and then it has these nice G10 contoured handle scales that just give it another degree of comfort that really softens out the edges on this knife and just feels much more comfortable than the Ferrum Forge version, which I really dig. Just an awesome, nice texture on them. And then too, any of the liners that are exposed have rounding to them, so there are no sharp edges. We do have a backspacer, probably an FRN or GFN, that has some jimping on it. It really isn't exposed there, but you do have some raised ridges here. Seems to be just a design choice, but they are there. So, yeah. And it might also help when you're removing it from your pocket, just to have that and stick your finger there and have something to grip on. On the reverse side, we do have a nice deep carry pocket clip, standard for Civivi. You can see there. The hardware is nice and flat. Just wish that the overall pocket clip would have been recessed into the G10, but not a huge ding. Still works very well and very deep carry, so excellent job. There is no lanyard hole, and the pocket clip is reversible, left side, right side, tip up only. Yeah. The other nice feature with this knife is that it has some nice milling in there, skeletonization, which really helps sink the weight and get it down to that 2.5 ounce weight mark. It is D2 steel. This thing slices really well, and I like the fact that you can bite up because it does really great with some finer carving. I mean, it's really hard to say anything bad about this knife. So yeah, the only thing I would say is with where my hand lines up and when I'm in that forward finger choil, I just wish that the jimping would extend maybe a 1/4 inch more out, so I'd have some grip there. And then, of course, slightly back too, but I don't know, I might be just a jimping snob. But other than that, it still feels really great in hand. Just love it. So smooth. The only other thing too is that pivot hardware there is pretty pronounced. It does stick up pretty high there, so it would have been nice to see that a little bit more flattened out. But now I'm just getting nitpicky. So, yeah, I mean, just looks killer, man. Look at that. I mean, aesthetically looks sweet. So we'll do a comparison with some other knives to see what we have. We gotta compare, right? We gotta compare. What else we got? Oh, here. Actually, no. I'll take out this guy. I'll bring out the Chaparral. Alright, so there you have it. These knives are all pretty similar, about 3 1/4 inch blades each. Handle widths all about the same as well. Looks like the bug out might be slightly longer. I don't know. But pretty similar. These are all pretty thin, pocketable. I feel like all these knives fulfill the same function as well. So, nice thin blade stock, but it looks like the Civivi might be a hair thicker. Weight-wise, you can tell this is the lighter knife. When we come to this, you can see how I mentioned the jimping. See how this jimping extends slightly more. And in hand, I like that grip slightly better, but comfort-wise, this thing's nicer. Blade thickness about the same. And then you can see how the contoured handle scales are just a little bit more comfy compared to the Ferrum Forge Archbishop. But still, you can't go wrong with either one of these. Love these knives. And then we got the Chaparral. Much thinner blade stock, but blade length about the same. So, cool stuff. Man, these handle scales are sweet. Oh, yeah. All right, so there's some comparisons. And last but not least, we have the ugly brown glove test, which is our favorite test. So let's check it. All right. I will say I do like the texture of the handle scales in my regular hands, but in a cloth glove, you can definitely feel them. They're a bit slicker, but you have that jimping on there that if you pinch that, it won't go anywhere, and it'll slightly slide unless I give like a really good pinch on it. But so yeah, just slightly slick. The jimping on the flipper tab makes it easy for my cloth finger to hold. If I don't go into the forward finger choil, I can hold it enough, but not the best. But then when I bite up in there, I got the jimping. It doesn't slide forward or back. So that is good. There's some good grip there, because when you're in the forward finger choil, you definitely don't want to slide up. So yeah, very nice. Can easily find and disengage the lock. Can easily open and deploy it. So yeah. Oh, come on. Oh, not sure if I'm gonna. There we go. Finger flicked it. So yeah, definitely passes. Not super strong, not super weak, but pretty good as far as deployment and disengaging the lock and everything. And then once I'm in that forward grip. So, does it pass? Yes. What do I give it? I'll give it a B. I'll give it a B. It passes with a B. So, excellent job, Civivi. Yeah. So, now who do I think this knife is for? Easily, I think it's for everyone. This is one of those knives that has such utility in it for its compact size. Clearly, if you have a larger hand and you need a bigger knife, it's not for you. But for an EDC, I mean, you really don't need much more blade than this. Backpacking, urban EDC, just regular EDC, going shopping, going to the store, open up boxes. You can't go wrong with this knife. This has such utility to it. The design is awesome. I mean, I feel like if you were going to use this knife a lot for a day, you'd feel some hand fatigue. So, like, hard use, probably not the best, or long periods of use. But just an easy EDC knife that you'll use daily, but still, be able to bring pretty much anywhere. Yeah, can't go wrong. I recommend it to everyone. Backpacking, camping, travel, whatever. Don't take it on an airplane, of course, but there. So there you have it, guys. This is the Civivi Odium. It's a Blade HQ exclusive, I believe. I'll leave links in the description below. They have a multitude of colors. At the time of this video, this color is sold out, but I'm sure eventually they'll get some more in stock. But definitely keep an eye out for it. Oh yeah, and the price at the time of this video was like $52 or maybe even less. So, like I said, check the links below for update to-date price and everything else. So, there you have it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Check out this knife, and I'll see you outside. Peace.